Well, good morning. I can say it's still morning because it is still about 6 minutes till noon. It's a Thursday. Two things I was wanting to do here. One, I got a different camera I'm kind of trying out, wanting to test. Do a quick video just to make sure it works right. Upload it, see if everything does like it should. See, nothing real important to talk about. I was going to mention a couple of things. First of all, some of y'all may have noticed at this point that I actually did monetize my channel, but I'm not monetizing it in such a way that everybody's going to have to pay to play. I'm not going to do that to you. All of y'all that have been kind of keeping up with the ignorant things I do and dumb stuff I say, you still get to do that without having to bypass an ad or anything. I'm not going to monetize. There's some stuff I never will monetize, and some stuff that I'll only do the monetization thing after everybody's already had a chance to see it. Especially, you know, the 100 or so people that pretty much always come to see what the heck did Rob say this time. So, just so you know, I just got out of a funeral. Good friend of mine, really close friend of mine. Mom passed away a couple of days ago, and I had known the mom. I met her too. Didn't know her real well, but talked to her lots of times, visited with her some. And friends of mine that live kind of down off the Caprock where I am, about 100 miles away, but easy drive. I've been to too many funerals lately. Now my camera stopped. Let's see if it's still going. I don't know what's happening here. Is it going? Who knows? Yep, it is going. So I guess the screen shuts off once in a while. Like I say, brand new. First time I've used it, so I have to learn about it a little bit, I guess. Anyway, I've been to too many funerals in the last few years. My mom passed away in 2014. My girls and other friends and other people, and I've been pallbearer and the guy delivering the eulogy and the guy helping do other things way more than I like to. I guess that's what happens though. When you start getting a little bit older, that kind of thing's going to happen more and more often. You know, one of the things I've thought about doing is a little series, video series on grief and maybe how to deal with it, maybe what to expect for people. I know people that have never been to a funeral. They've never had anybody that they know that died or that they had to do that kind of thing. That's hard for me to figure. I've been going to funerals and dealing with death of family and friends since I was a little kid. I don't know, but I thought about that. I feel like I'm qualified to talk about grief and dealing with that kind of thing, not academically or scholastically, but from an experience point of view, I guess. I don't know. It's one of those things I have an idea and I think about doing. I think, you know, is anybody ever even going to want to listen to that? I'd rather do videos about fun stuff. I really would. I'd rather do videos about hiking and surviving and fire building and just stupid, dumb stuff. Throwing darts, sipping bourbon. That's a lot more fun to do. But in the grief process, there's been several people that gave me some pretty good advice on how to deal with it, things to think about. So maybe the proper thing to do would be to share that. We'll see if that happens or not. Anyway, it's a pretty day here. The sun is shining. There's a few high wispy clouds. It is 60 degrees, which is just about perfect as far as I'm concerned. And it's a nice day. My daughter has been gone for a week. to a church camp, and I just remembered that was one of my markers right there. Can't help it. There's something in the road up here I'm planning on picking up if it's still there. I'll take you with me if I do. It's one of those yellow lids to a tote. I'll watch for it. If I see it and it's not broke, I'll take it with me. If somebody else hadn't already got it, that's probably going to be the case. We'll know here in a minute, though. That is, it looks like it right there. Here we go as I come roaring to a stop. Let's find out. Isn't this fun? We can do something together. A group activity. Hey, it's in good shape too, so bonus for me. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Check for traffic. Nobody coming. This is actually fortuitous because I've got a tote that I busted the lid on. I set something down too hard on it. Looky there. Looky there. How about that? On the camera will be jittery while I figure out what to do here. We'll stick it in the back seat so that I don't lose it too. Alright, back in we go. Look at that, still didn't have anybody get in front of me that I have to pass. Alright, set that there. Sorry about that cough. I got a cold last week, and as colds often do, it got into my lungs, and now I'm hacking it out. There's two things I was going to stop and look at. That lid was one of them. And there's a car up here in a junk pile that looks like the car that my girls were in. I'm sure it's not, but because I saw it and I thought about it, I have to look to make sure it's not. But I'm pretty sure it's not. Colds get into my lungs because of the hard life I've given my lungs. When I was a kid, who knows, this may be a video of itself, I used to work in the back of a cotton trailer on farms. We'd reset that cruise control. And it was a completely dirty, dusty environment, and this was days before anybody really knew anything about dust masks. A bandana over my face was my dust mask, and it didn't do a lot of masking. Anyway, the whole thing on doing videos on grieving and what to expect and that kind of thing. I thought about that, and I thought about just some videos on the whole process with when the girls were in the accident and all that. I've never really talked about that a whole lot, I don't think. And just that kind of thing, you know, it might be the kind of thing that helps somebody and it might not be. You know, if I'd been thinking, I would have set this camera where y'all could look at the road instead of having to look at me. It's a whole lot more interesting that way. Anyway, I don't really, whoops, the camera's falling. See if I can set it there. Bouncy, bouncy. Like I say, learning, this is a different camera. I got to figure it out. But does that work? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Good grief. Guess I can kind of hold it there. Of course, you can see more of the reflection of things than you can the road. Look at, I'm touching the screen with my thumb on the back. I have to go around a tractor up here. He's got his toolbar out in the road. But if there's nobody coming, it won't do the problem up coming. Can I make it past, or is he going to pull off, or am I just going to have to slow down? I'm going to have to slow down. Come on, dude. Pull on out there where I can get around. I probably could have made it. There we go. Just like that. That's a pretty common occurrence around here. We don't mind. Although when they do have a good flat bar ditch they can pull over into, we oftentimes wish they would. We just finished a road trip the other day. I figured Wes would do a video about it. Chipper came to Amarillo and picked us up, and we met him there at my little brother's place, and off we went. up into Colorado to go pick up a machine for Chip from another YouTube, sort of YouTube guy, Instagram guy, something. Dude named Rusty Soman. Neat guy, good guy. That's the landscape around here. Windmills, grain storage facilities. A lot of flat land. There's a blinking light that tells me I'm still recording. Ah, this is where those cars are. Let's see. I'll just drive, slow down as I drive by and have a look, because maybe it is. Well, nope, not it. Didn't think so. Similar, but not. Okay. I think I'm relieved to know that. Anyway, that will be a good spot to mark the end. Like I say, learning about the camera. So, to all of you, I will say goodbye. Cheers.